What's up, everybody? Yeah, welcome to the Mike Dolce Knows channel. The bicep of truth is excited today because we're talking about the latte effect and how the latte effect will dramatically improve your financial standing. This is Finance Fridays. You know, every Friday around 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we come on to present financial-based information guaranteed to dramatically improve your life. Now, I am not a CPA. I am not a certified financial planner. So this is for entertainment purposes only. Speak with a licensed financial professional before making any decisions. But I'm going to school you here right now. I'm going to tell you what the latte effect is first, which most people don't even tell you what it is. When we hear about the latte effect, that is simply you going out and buying a cup of coffee. Some people will say, like Graham Stephan, that he doesn't buy Starbucks coffee because he can make it much more affordably at home. And therefore, he's able to save that, let's say, $5 per day on the exchange, the arbitrage of coffee, as you will. Well, Graham makes a point, but the point is not quite accurate. Other people will say, go out and buy the coffee you want. You only live once. A $5 coffee is not standing between you and being a millionaire because it's only $5. It's only $5. Go get your $5 latte. It doesn't matter. So you get some pundits that tell you don't buy the $5 coffee. That's the reason why you're broke. And some people will say buy the $5 coffee because it's insignificant when you're building your financial fortune. So depending on which school of thought you want to listen to, people are polarized. And that's the whole point of this. That's what many of the gurus or social media marketers or whomever else, that's what we do. We present our opinion and we want you to buy into it. Well, hopefully here, I try and provide you with an opinion that is personally sourced, proven highly effective, but I truly believe it is the path forward to help you dramatically improve your life. Now, some of you will see I put into the chat a link to my Inner Circle mentorship group with a highlight to the men. This is a group of men that I will be working with personally on a monthly basis. We will be meeting twice per month. We will be exchanging ideas and communicating directly. I will be building programs and workout plans and diet plans and financial plans and family plans and so much more. This is the Inner Circle mentorship group. You can click the link if you want to join. There's a few spots left. We will be meeting this coming Wednesday evening. Right now, we're saying at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join up. Cancel at any time. Join up. Find the cash, join up, get started, and we're going to change your life. Now, this latte effect, this concept will change your life. Stay with me here. When we say you shouldn't be buying $5 lattes, that doesn't mean the $5 latte is the single impediment to you becoming a millionaire or a multimillionaire, to you building your financial empire, which we teach in the Inner Circle. How to build your financial fortress, how to dig a money moat. These are the terms and the curriculums, the skills that I teach you. The $5 latte is insignificant with regards to your total net worth, but the purchasing of frivolous $5 lattes is a character flaw for those who are on the path to financial success. What does this mean? When I challenge you to not buy any coffee outside of your house, any alcohol outside of your house, any beverages outside of your house, any cafe food outside of your house, any restaurant food outside of your house. If I challenge you to do this, and I've done this to billionaires, I will challenge them to not purchase food or beverage prepared by any other hands than their own for a short period of time. Well, clearly the billionaire can afford to buy a coffee bean farm, let alone a $5 cup of pour over coffee. It's not about that. It is a character issue. And we must first work on our character before we can then focus our character on a specific goal. So the latte effect has nothing to do with the actual $5 bill you give to the barista. The latte effect has to do with a pattern of behavior that is indicative of your path to success or failure. So when I speak about the latte effect, I typically buy 2 cups of coffee a day, and it is foo-foo coffee. I own my own coffee roasting company, and I still go and buy coffee at other establishments in town because I enjoy that, because I'm already past the finish line with my financial goals. I've created my money moat. I've built my financial fortress. I don't buy my lattes. My money buys my lattes. And what does that mean? Well, let me take you down the path. Again, this is part of the curriculum that we teach in the inner circle. There's a very quick, and I'll make it a very general and very easy to understand path to financial success. Number 1 is your income. If you're not making money, you're nothing. You're nobody. Don't get it twisted, my friends. Money is power. And if you are a man, money is truly the scoreboard that measures your worth. If you don't believe it, go 3 months without bringing home a paycheck. Stare into your children's eyes when there's no food on the table. Explain to your wife why the electricity got shut off. Your ability to generate income is your value, specifically as a man. Now, I'm speaking as a man from the perspective of a man. I'm not discounting the voice and the opinion of women. So any of the ladies listening, this information is likely evergreen to you, but I'm not pretending I'm speaking from your perspective, which me as a man, I do not have. So I will speak to the men in the voice of a man on the topic of money. So number 1 is you must generate income. Income is power. That is your fuel. Income puts food on your table, a roof over your head, gas in your car, heat in your house. It provides health care for your children. That is what your income initially does. And we must continue to increase our income while also managing our outgo. Income, money comes in. Outgo, money goes out. Most Americans, and definitely Congress, have no idea of this concept. But the ultra wealthy understand this better than anyone. Most people will say, man, that guy's rich, but he's so cheap. That guy's got more money than God, but he never spends $1 on anything. I try and get him to buy. Because rich people understand the value of money and the power money presents. Poor people don't understand that. They never learned that. It was never taught to them. No one ever showed it. More is caught than taught. And poor people had no opportunity to catch someone spending money intelligently, managing money intelligently. That's the problem of the poor, the plight of the poor man. They never had a rich man showing them what to do. So income, I teach my daughters 3 rules of money at their age and stage of life. I've been teaching them since they were born. I've been talking about it and showing them in front of them. We talk about money all the time in my household. We budget, we shop. I teach them the value of money. We work, we earn. I teach them the value of money. Many of you did not get this lesson, so let me give it to you very briefly before I wind this down and answer questions. The first rule of money, I tell my daughters, is what? We must make money every day. Every day you must earn money. Every day you must create money. Every day you must increase your income. Money coming in. Why is that? Because every day you breathe, you are spending money. There is a cost to your current life. If the light is on in your house, that costs money. If you're listening on your internet right now, that costs money. If there's food in your tummy, that costs money. Everything you do costs money. Therefore, if you are not generating income every day, you are expending outgo every day. The rich people know this. The poor people do not. The poor people will work 20, 30, 40 hours for a paycheck. They'll work as little as possible to make as much as they need to barely survive. The rich people will work to build empires. There is no limit to the amount of money a rich person aspires to create because they understand, once again, money is power. They are building a financial fortress surrounded by a money moat. And I want you to keep that term in your mind. The money moat is protective against all of the attacks of the world and all of the problems. So how does this tie back into the latte effect? Well, if you are not at a stage of life that you are making money every single day, if you are not at a stage of life that your money is making money, you shouldn't be buying frivolous lattes. You shouldn't be spending $5 on a latte. $15 a week on lattes, $60 per month on lattes, $720 per year on lattes, because that type of behavior is indicative of other poor behavior. You're going out to the restaurant with your friends. You're buying a couple appetizers. You're ordering an $8 drink. More money is going out while less money is going in. The rich people know this. That's how the rich get rich, stay rich, and get richer. The poor people do not know this. That's why the poor people are poor and stay poor, because they simply haven't tilted the balance between income and outgo. And briefly, I said I'll show you the quick path. We increase our income. We make money every single day. We actually increase our income by simply controlling our outflow. You have more money at the end of the day if you start cutting expenses and cutting costs that you wouldn't normally otherwise have cut. Walk around your house and shut off all the lights. Stop using globs and globs of paper towels when a single sheet can get it done. But that doesn't matter. You're talking about pennies. Pennies on the day. No, I'm not talking about pennies on the day. I'm talking about the psychology of what it takes to become rich, to become financially independent, to become a custodian of your financial well-being, to become focused and single-minded and determined and successful. It is the mindset that will catapult you. It won't be the $5 bill from the 1 cup of coffee. That is an isolated incident that weak people will argue with me about. While not having my net worth and my level of financial independence, they will argue with me that I am wrong, as they have to go to work and slave away for a paycheck far below their value. They will trade their time for dollars that barely sustain their life and do not fulfill their dreams. But they will argue with me why they should go out and spend $87 on a Saturday night to, quote, blow off steam, because they are so beaten down from the life that they're living, they need to escape it instead of taking 1 year. My entire inner circle is predicated upon a 1-year turn, 12 months, 4 very specific topics broken down into a series of skills and action steps. Each one of these must be attained in order to become a strong man, is the term that I use. There is no such thing as a weak man. It's an oxymoron. Men are strong. If you are not a strong man, you are not a man. You are a weak male, taking the weak path. The weak path is buying your fruity little lattes when you have a negative checking account balance, when you're already behind on your bills. That is a weak man. A strong man gets a second job, a third job. A strong man creates an income and saves that income and redeploys that income into appreciating assets that cash flow, because that's where you can buy as many lattes as you want. So getting you from the point of being broke to being financially independent, this is the path, and this is what you deserve. This is what I want to try and do and help you. And there will be tough love, and there will be boundaries, and there will be guardrails, and there will be high fives. There will be pats on the back. There will be embraces and commiserations. It will be a journey. But this is just a glimpse into the psychology that is necessary. And this is Financial Friday, so we're speaking on finances. The inner circle, we speak about fitness. Every single one of you should be a superhero. You should be walking around in a superhero's physique. The bicep of truth needs friends. The bicep of truth needs other strong men to flex on the world. There's no reason, no matter your age or stage of life, no matter if you're able-bodied or not, you should be the absolute strongest physical version of yourself, and every single day you should get stronger. We break that down. The finance we're covering right now, we break that down. Solidifying your family unit, which is the cornerstone of every strong man. Whether you're a single now, in time, you will be a plural. You will have a family that relies on you, that depends on you, that needs you to dig that money moat, to build that financial fortress. And you must be the most physically fit version of yourself in order to create the financial fortress, to insulate, protect your family unit. And the fourth F is that fortress, which extends into your empire. Then we're empire building. I work with a lot of really rich and famous and powerful humans, men and women, but mostly men. The more powerful they are, the bigger their empire is. And that's something most people don't understand. How do you actually build an empire? Well, that goes into your assets, asset allocation. And there is human capital that goes into your asset portfolio. And how do you actually build that? Well, it all starts in the very beginning. You have to go back to step one. You have to start at step one. You have to start in the beginning and build from there. And what the inner circle does, this will meet you where you are in this journey, and it will catapult you along, and it will fill in many of the holes that you have. Now, let me answer some quick questions here right now. Again, if anybody wants to join this inner circle, I strongly suggest you do so right now. We are going to take this down soon. We will be sold out soon. This will be a small, private group of men working together, led by myself and some of my peers. I'm going to reach out. I'm in a mentorship group with some of very powerful people whose names you know, whose books you've read, whose movies you've watched, whose products you consume. And what I'm doing is I'm taking what I've gained from this group working with these powerful men, and now I'm bringing it and making it accessible to you. All the lessons that I've learned, I've actually packaged together to share. Jesse, trying to get the last bits of fat on my lower ab area. Love the motivation to stay on the course from the video put out yesterday. Brother, that's it, man. That's what we do. And this goes into the strong man concept. What does a strong man do? A strong man fucking digs in the dirt, barehanded, in the cold, in the rain, with an empty belly because the job needs to get done. And a strong man does not stop until that job is done. A weak man quits. A weak man looks for help. A weak man looks for tools. A weak man leaves his post and hopes somebody else will do the work for him. Well, that is not a man. That is a weak male. And differentiate. Be sure to differentiate. Are you a weak male or are you a strong man? Because a strong man does everything a strong man is supposed to do. Not some things. Jesse, you're getting it done, brother. Rep in Time Fitness takes money to make money. That's the truth, man. It takes money to make money. It takes work. It takes investment. And there's different ways to invest. It's a capital investment. The most important investment you have is time. And I'm investing my time into trying to help build up other strong men out there, because the world desperately needs strong men, powerful men with the physiques of superheroes, financial war chests, capable of withstanding any attack the world lobs at them, securing their families in financial fortresses. That is a strong man, not what we see walking around today. Sal, what's up, Mike? Can you please talk more about the inner circle sign up? Thank you. Sal, yeah, feel free to ask any questions. I might have already covered it. You asked that question about 15 minutes ago. I might have already covered it. Please ask me more questions specifically about what the inner circle is, what it does, what my goal is, all of that is there. It is you sign up right now, you become a part of the group. You can cancel at any time. There's no obligation. Stay as long as you want. Leave immediately. That's up to you. I will be there dropping fucking knowledge, leading the way, showing the curriculum, teaching the lessons. Building. That's what this is. The tenets of fitness. Most men don't understand personal fitness. They don't have that same burning fire, desire that I have. How many of you guys were in the gym on Father's Day on Sunday? I was. I trained twice on Father's Day. Why? Because I have goals. I have work to do. I'm not done yet. I haven't accomplished what I'm trying to accomplish. So I work. You're going to the gym today? Of course I'm going to the gym today. Of course I'm training today. Of course I'm working today. Of course I'm consulting with clients today. It's Father's Day in the United States. I have private clients all around the world. Of course I'm working today. Thank you for the nice breakfast you made for me. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I have work to do. That's a strong man. And of course, I allocate the proper time to devote to my family unit. Boom. Event on Wednesday was absolutely fire, coach. Over delivering like always. Omar, thank you. Omar took part in our Strongmen Live event. Some of you guys did. Some of you didn't have the opportunity to. It was an amazing event. excuse me, we had 150 people sign up for the event. Only 50 showed up, which is very telling because only about a third of the people are really about it anyway. Everybody says they want to do it. Everybody says they want to be better. Everybody says they want to be fucking ripped and shredded and strong. Everybody says they want to be rich and financially independent and quit their job and be their own boss. Everybody says it. But not many people are willing to pick up the fucking axe and start swinging and clear the way and take that strong road and deal with the fucking calloused hands. Not many people are willing. So out of the 150 people who signed up, only 50 people, a third showed up. A third showed up, slightly less than a third even. I think it was 47 in total. Not including myself and our two moderators on the team. Less than a third actually showed up, and it was a free event. Totally free. And of those, the third that showed up, what is the proportion of the men in that group that will join the inner circle? It'll be less than a third again. Because everybody wants what we were talking about. Everybody nod their head. But then when they get off, when they log off and they go back into their normal routine, their normal life, they're not really ready yet. They're not about it. They still want to stay on the weak path and frolic through the flowers with the other 14-year-old girls and live a life of ease, not willing to put the temporary work in that's necessary to truly live an independent life. And I say this from experience. I say it from experience. Everything I say I've done it before you, and I'm reporting back on exactly what happened and how it works. That's the goal here. The goal is to help you, free you, wherever you are, whatever your goal is, because your goals might not be mine. But we all must be strong men in charge of our own destiny. And if you're not in charge of your own destiny right now, truly in charge, well, you're not there yet. We want to get you there. Rep in Time Fitness. I don't save money. I just make more. I don't know about that. I think you're trolling us, brother. $300 a month. Wow. I love you, Mike, but fuck, can't afford that. Find a way, Benjamin. You can't afford not to. You can't afford not to. I guarantee you, if I go through your transactions, I look at your debit, I look at your credit, I look at your out-of-pocket expenses, I guarantee you, you blow more money than that on frivolous expenses that does nothing for you. You can't afford not to join this group because we're going to take that $300 and we're going to double it, and we'll double it again. My goal is within 3 years for everyone who hears this information, and I see no reason why you shouldn't. Every single person who takes this group, who joins this group, who learns this information, who follows the steps, who creates and crafts the skills, there's no reason why you should not have a 7-figure or greater net worth in 3 years or less. Full stop. Full stop. So what is it? Are you just going to meander through life and middle through life? Happy to get the little Friday paycheck once or twice a month so you can out there and you can go and buy a couple beers and take your best girl out to a chicken franchise dinner? You can hope to pay off the credit cards in time to book another little trip to the lake again. Hey, that's on you. But to me, that's the weak path. A strong man hunkers down, does what needs to get fucking done to clear the path, to be in charge. That's what I'm teaching. That's how I live. That's what I've created. Those of you who follow our content long enough, you followed my journey long enough. You know, those of you who were in the Strongman Live event, you heard my story, my revelation moment when I was standing in that mansion in Liverpool, England. That was the day I decided. And in a year, I 10x'd my income because I decided to, because I believed that I could. I made that mind shift. And I created the world I wanted to live in. Dan, let's go. Thanks for recommending The Richest Man in Babylon years ago. Just read it again. Hell yeah. It still holds up. I read it twice a year still. Jim, hey, coach, do you have a suggestion to continue saving money we utilize in the house for drinking water? For example, if there is a counter type water filter you suggest, hope all is well. Jim, one of my favorite easy to use water filters has been the Berkey. It's an on counter, sits on we still have one. It's in the garage now because we have a whole house filtration system and another one inside the kitchen sink, right? We just kind of picked that up when we were living in Vegas, which has terrible water. But a Berkey is a very easy entry point into home water filtration that is at a relatively low price point for the category. And it looks it's like that kind of really nice stainless steel. I've had, I think, 3 Berkeys in my lifetime. We have one in our Airstream right now that goes everywhere we go. So the Berkey water filter is awesome. Coach, investing question. Do you allocate some of your portfolio to international ETFs and equities, or do you stick mostly to the S&P 500? Great question, Omar. Primarily, I invest inside the United States stock market, but many of the companies I invest in are internationally broad companies, right? Companies like Apple, companies like Microsoft, companies like Tesla. These are international companies, and they do have international exposure. And if I look at my portfolio, which I do every single quarter, I'm aware of my portfolio on a daily basis. But when I really look at what the breakdown is, over a third of these companies have international exposure that shows up on their bottom line. But I do not right now invest directly into some of the international stocks or mutual funds or ETFs or indexes. For one reason is because I invest in what I do know. I don't invest in areas that I'm not as skilled in, and that's the Warren Buffett philosophy. But I do diversify through index funds and ETFs. I have 0 mutual funds. I don't find success in mutual funds. None of the data supports the use of mutual funds. Index funds and ETFs are where I invest personally, and a small percentage of blue chip stocks and also some speculative stocks, even a little bit of speculative crypto, but that's a single-digit percentage of my portfolio. Also, never discount the importance of investing in real estate, which appreciates in value. So it's an appreciating asset that cash flows. Jim, hey, coach, I stocked up on all dry frozen goods to save money and time, but have not ever made a choice to save money with vast quantities of drinking water I purchase. That's such a great question, Jim. I really love the way you're thinking on that one, because it's easy to spend $20 a week or more on drinking water, or more easily. I don't even know what we spend in my house, because we actually have the 5-gallon water that we actually get from a spring. I'm very lucky in that. Some of you might also. So there's a mountain spring that runs through our county, and there is a water filtration distribution company that is right there. So they purify the mountain spring water, and then they sell it in the 5-gallon, in-home tubs. And that's where we typically get our water outside of the in-house purification system. So Jim, that's a great question, man. That Berkey is a great way to go for sure. Omar, thank you. The $10 super chat donation, my man. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Mr. Good Day, I'm an MMA fighter. How to make money enough to live? Well, number one, Number one, MMA is not your profession. MMA is your hobby. This is where it gets twisted. A lot of MMA fighters make $500 a fight, $1,000 a fight, $10,000 a fight. If you are in the elite category, you're making 10 G's a fight. Well, you're not a professional fighter. That is a part-time hobby. That is a side gig. You would make more money driving for Uber Eats or delivering pizzas. I understand. I'm not discounting your dream of being an MMA fighter. Go for it, young man, with all you have. But you better dig your hands into the fucking dirt and clear the path by generating income every single day. Now, maybe you're a graphic designer and you can sit in your house and you can rattle off logos for $50 a pop. Awesome. Do that. Maybe you're not. Maybe you can frame houses or clear lots or pull hose for a landscaper. Awesome. Do that. Dan Gable, before he won his Olympic gold medal, he said, listen, I can only train twice a day for 4 hours. I can only sleep 8 hours a night. That's 12 hours right there. I have another 12 hours I have to fill. Dan Gable, while training for the Olympics in wrestling, got a job as a laborer on a construction site so he could fill his time with a productive outlet to pursue his goals. He intentionally got a job working blue collar, manual labor, moving rubble, dragging it through unimproved lots, filling wheelbarrows. And he said he would work until the whistle blew for lunch. He would eat his lunch and go right back to work, and he would jog from spot to spot, from pile to pile, to push himself to gain a competitive edge on his competition. So, Dan Gable's a real man. That is a strong man right there. And he went and won the Olympic gold medal in wrestling during a period of time where wrestling is a hard sport no matter what era you're in. That was one of the hardest eras of wrestling ever. These guys would go to war. I know Jim knows what I'm talking about. So how hard are you working? Most MMA fighters I know, they wake up at 11 o'clock in the morning. They moan and complain as they scroll their Instagram that they don't have enough sponsors. They lollygag their way into practice. Their coach is standing there staring at the clock as they're warming up 15 minutes late. They play touch butt in the gym after practice is over. And then they try and figure out where they're going to go and hang out and pretend to be a big man later on that night. So, Mr. Good Day, I'm just giving you some experience here. Make that money, my man. Jim, thanks on the water container suggestion. We'll order today. We'll be setting up a business-related private consult with you shortly. Jim, I can't wait. I love chatting with you, my friend. Love to get that energy, brother. Actually, I have 3. The travel one is great. Travel one's great for camping. Yeah, I would say in personal experience on the Berkey, get one bigger than you think you need. I forget which one. I don't know if we have the 2-gallon ones, like a 1.5 gallons or a 2-gallon one. Get the one bigger than you need for sure. Spend the extra couple dollars. Get the bigger one. That's because I got the one that was like slightly smaller, and I was calculating it because I was like really being, financially frugal. It wasn't worth the extra amount of time I had to fill the damn thing up. Get the bigger one. Awesome, gentlemen. I love it. All right, guys, I'm going to jump out. Remember, if you want to be a part of the inner circle, now is the time. Click the link, join up. It's going to cost you a couple dollars, but it is worth it. It will be worth it. You can cancel at any time. That is totally up to you. No obligation. Value. There will be more value there than you believe. We are going to dramatically change everything about you, everything about your life, and turn you into truly strong men. I don't mean that in a demeaning capacity. I mean that to lift you up, because there is such a void of strong men in society today. And it's time that strong men got together and supported each other and cheered for each other and kept each other accountable. Strong men lift each other up. They do not put each other down. And that's what this group is. As I said, I am a part of a mentorship group that is also called an inner circle, which is my motivation to build this with very powerful men. Very powerful men that you know their names, you know their work. You are using some of their products right now. I guarantee it. And some men so powerful, you've never heard of their name, which is a whole other level of awesomeness. And I've been a part of this group for the better part of 10 years now, which has made me who I am and really formed a lot of my views on the world, but shaped in many ways my financial outlook, and has dramatically improved my ability to have the financial independence that I do now. And this isn't closed information. This should be open sourced information. And I want to share that with you. Plus fitness, I am the leading fitness mind inside this group. And it's amazing to have these gentlemen come to me for the fitness advice, because clearly I live it, right? At 46 years old, put me next to any 25-year-old. Right? At 46 years old, when most people say, no, dad bods are in. Society tells us to aspire for the dad bod, the Vince Vaughn bod, the Seth Rogen bod, because they don't want strong men. They want weak males. But the world doesn't need weak males. We'll get the Big Berkey. Love the Dan Gable story. Got to jump, sir. All right. Be good, brother. Mr. Thank you. Need to hear that. What's the group you are making? It's called the Inner Circle. Click the link in the chats. I put the link in the chat. Click the link. Sign up. Sign up right now. Sign up right now. Get locked in. Once you're signed up, I will personally contact you and give you more details. We will be meeting. The first official meeting will be this Wednesday. I'll be on vacation with my family, but I'm still carving out the time for you, to be with you, to get you up and running and teach you everything. So that'll be a closed group this Wednesday. And then the larger group will be the first Wednesday in July. And we will continue on the cadence from there. We're going to be covering the 4 pillars of strong men: fitness, finance, family unit, and your fortress. That is your empire. And we will build you. There are 20 specific skills and steps necessary to become a master of these 4 areas of your life. And without that, without your personal fitness, you are not a strong man. I'm sorry. You are weak. You are weak. You know it too. You know it. Now, you don't have to look like me. You don't have to look like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You just have to be on the journey of improving yourself. That is a strong man, because I know guys with fucking amazing physiques, strong as hell, powerful bodies, and these are boys. These are children. These are some of the weakest males I've ever come across. So the physicality does not make one a strong man, but all strong men are improving their physical fitness, their financial fitness, their family's level of fitness. And of course, their fortress. The fortress is the most exciting, because I'm in the fortress building phase right now in my world. I've gone through the other ones and I tend to the other ones. I improve the other ones. Now I am in the fortress phase. And part of that is working with you guys and helping build you guys, giving back all that I can to help you along this path. So again, click that link, join up. It's going to cost you a couple dollars. Absolutely it will. But it is such a steal, such a deal. You cannot afford not to. What I think Ben said there, and Ben, I understand what you're saying. Benjamin, $300 a month. Wow. I love you, Mike, but I can't afford that. You can't afford not to. You blow that money on frivolous BS. We are going to turn that into a value add for you and your life and teach you how to 10x that. I can't wait. All right, guys, it's time for me to hop on off. I will talk to you soon. Boom.